So what is going on with the far right now? Howard Polskin, who runs thewriting.com, looks into the abyss. Check it out, leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. How does the right sell its message? How coordinated is it? How disparate is it? What are the messages that they're sharing with us? I've mentioned this on the program a number of times. For some weeks, maybe months now, I've been subscribing to an online newsletter. Comes in my email box pretty much every day. It's called The Writing, Therighting. The website is thewriting.com. And Howard Polskin is the president of The Writing. The Writing, by the way, is also the Twitter handle, as well as Howard's Polskin, Howard Polskin on Twitter. And Howard's on the line with us. Howard, welcome to the program. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us today. Tell us how The Writing came about.
It came about the morning after Trump's election in 2016. I woke up and I thought, how the hell did this happen? I thought I was a smart guy. I read the New York Times, read Time Magazine. I watch the NBC nightly news, and I just didn't understand it. And I started this journey of discovery, going to places like InfoWars, Breitbart, the Daily Caller, places I had never been before, to understand what the right was thinking. And I thought, wow, I wish someone would aggregate all these headlines every day so I could be informed, and there was nothing there. And I thought, well, it's a tough job, and I guess I got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't subscribe, you don't pay for this to get this, right? I mean, I've been getting it from you for a while. And
this is free. This is a free newsletter. My accountant doesn't take my calls anymore.
I get it. Well, hopefully, I don't know if you're advertising supported or not, but hopefully, you can turn this into a business.
Hopefully, one day, yes.
Yeah, there you go. We're talking with Howard Polskin. He's the president of The Writing, Therighting.com, which summarizes, what's going on with the right wing every day. Howard, what are the principal? Well, first of all, just give us an overview of what a person reading The Writing might discover about the right wing of American media. What are the top stories from the last day or two or three that popped to mind?
Well, last week, the top stories were the election was rigged. I mean, this was just 5 straight days of this, it's almost poison coming out from the right. It was very disturbing. This week, anyone going to The Writing the last 2, today and yesterday, would see that is dissipating. And I think, we're entering a new phase on how the right is going to frame this. I think there's going to be more attacks on Biden, definitely more attacks on Fauci. I think what comes through pretty clearly from reading The Writing, I don't care at what point in the last 3.5 years that I've been following the right-wing media, it's that it's this and don't tread on me and live free or die. And that means, and that really pertains when you think of the masking issue. But don't tell me to wear a mask. You're infringing on my liberty. It's my right to decide that. So this gets baked into a lot of the coverage of from the right, and I think those kinds of stories are pretty popular.
When I think of right-wing media and the stories and memes and positions and postures that are held there, and not even just print media, but in my business, in radio and television as well, it seems to me that there are a couple of different factions, and I'd love to get your take on the extent to which these are really all one thing, or that they really are all this discrete, and the extent to which they may compete with each other or have synergy with each other. There is the racist faction, the white supremacy faction that goes back to the founding of the republic. There is, oh my God, Kamala Harris, a black woman on the ticket, et cetera, et cetera. And we saw them go completely hysterical when America elected a black president in 2008 with Barack Obama. Then there is I refer to them as the cokehead faction, the Freedom Caucus kind of guys in Congress. the promotion, when David Koch ran for vice president on the Libertarian ticket in 1980 and said, we need to end all public education, we need to end all taxation, we need to end all government regulatory agencies, the FDA should be shut down, the EPA should be shut down, or the FDA should at least be privatized. That basically, the only government we need is police and army, and that's it. And so you've got that kind of libertarian element that seems to be, what you're talking about here, the don't tread on me, which is, and these right-wing billionaires, the Mercers and the Kochs and whatnot have been funding these organizations like Freedom Works and others for a long, long time. And this is their principal meme, is that freedom means that the government doesn't hurt you, it doesn't restrain you, and it also doesn't help you. And then there's the angry right, not even necessarily the racist right, but the men who are pissed off at women, the people who feel, the white guys who feel that Hispanics coming here are trying to steal their jobs, and it's not even racial hatred, it's just kind of some sort of visceral fear. And it seems to really be extant in the lower middle class. Among the white population. Those are at least three that I can easily identify. Are there others that I'm missing, and how do they work together or compete?
Well, first of all, that was a beautiful assessment. My hat's off to you. I think there is there's also a kind of a saner thread that goes through right-wing media, and that is smaller government. There's that faction that's out there, and smaller government translates a lot of times into anti-environmentalism, because if you're going and climate change denial, because that means more taxes to fight that. I don't think they. Yes, of course, they're all competing for an audience, but as we just seen in the election, there's a huge pool of listeners and readers out there. Half the country are receptive to these thoughts. And right now, as we all know, Fox News and its online component, foxnews.com, they're the 8,000-pound gorilla out there. And then there's everyone else.